I'm here.
Okay. So I think one of the lesson here is let's learn to read the question fully because I didn't read the question fully before I started. All right, so a tree is on the bearing of south 36 degrees west from a point X and south 78 degrees east from a point Y. If Y is 200 meters due east, if X is 200 meters due east of Y, calculate the distance of the tree from Y to the nearest meters. So we are going to start up with getting point Y. So let's pick a comfortable point and let's call this point Y. We have been told that X is 200 meters due east of Y. So this is the north of Y, the east, the south, and the west. X is 200 meters due east of Y. So we need to identify the east of Y, and then we draw a line eastward. It has to be eastward.
So this has to, Y has
Eastward.
to be first.
Yes, we have to start with Y because to get X, it is 200 meters due east of Y. I'm even trying to adjust this line now. So
This question is backwards.
it's
They should have
backward.
started with that.
You see, so that's all right. This is better now. So I just want to stop here and I'll call this my point X. So this is point X, and then I'll label this 200 meters. So what I have on the board now is X is 200 meters due east. Due east means that's eastward. Just draw a line eastward of Y, and that's 200 meters. So now let's go back to the beginning, of the
Okay.
question. A tree
Begin.
is on a bearing of south 36 degrees west from a point X. So this is point X. This is the north, the east, the south, and the west. So the tree is south 36 degrees. South 36 degrees will be something like this. South 36 degrees west.
Ah, God. This question is so backwards.
So, so the tree is somewhere on this line. This is south 36 degrees. South, this angle is south 36 degrees west. So the tree is somewhere on that line. Where the tree is, we don't know in particular. We have no idea. We have no idea. But it says that a tree is on a bearing of south 36 degrees west from a point X. So this is south 36 degrees west. And that means in continuation, south 78 degrees east from point Y. So we need to go to point Y and identify 78 degrees east from point Y. So this is my point Y, 78 degrees east. That means southeast. And then I'm going to draw a line here. You would observe that the line would intercept at a point. So this is south 78 degrees east. The line intercepts at a point.
So question.
Yes, go on.
Where is this tree? Where is it?
Good. So the tree is at the point of intersection between this bearing from X and the bearing from Y. This is the tree. Because it says that a tree is on a bearing of south 36 degrees west from a point X, that means if you're looking at it from X, the tree is south 36 degrees west. But if you're looking at it from point Y, the tree is south 78 degrees east. So you're looking at the tree from two different positions. So the point of intersection between the bearing tells you where the tree is. Do you understand it?
Mm.
Okay. So what we have here now, I have this is 78 degrees. This is 36 degrees. All that we have here will be at 90 degrees. So 90 minus 78 will give us what? To get this angle here, 12 degrees. That's 12. All of this here too is 90. So 90 minus 36, what will it give us? What did you say?
54.
How many degrees?
54.
50,
V Scutnelia. 54.
54. Continue. Continue. You just started. Thank God other people understand what you're saying. So this is 54 degrees. Now the main question is calculate the distance of the tree from Y to the nearest the meters. The distance of the tree from Y. So this is Y and this is the tree. Okay, so how do we find the distance of the tree from Y?
Sine Rule. That's how we find it.
Okay, so let's
So
look at
114 over 200 is equal to 54
how
over
do we find the distance of so for this now, this is the tree. Let's call this opposite side to the tree small t. This is point T. Let's call the small y. Let's call this x.
114 over 200 is equal
Yeah.
to sine.
But we need to find this angle here.
114.
114. Okay. 114 using sum of angles in a triangle. So that's
X.
114. So the sine rule, which is the sine of an angle, the ratio of the sine of angle to the opposite side is constant. So I have this as sine 54 over x. This x is representing the distance between the tree and point Y. So, so from here now, let's cross multiply this. So this is x sine 114 equals to 200 sine 54. Now, for those who are just joining this live session, what we are solving is we're solving this application question on sine rule. And then we discovered that it's always best for you to read the question through before you start solving. That gives you a better idea of what to do and how to go about the question. So at this point now, we are finding the distance between Y and the tree. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel for more video educating videos like this. So at this point now, we have x sine 114 equals to 200 sine 54. When I divide by the quotient of x, I have 200 sine 54 over sine 114. And so this is x equals to 200 times sine 54. What's the value of sine 54?
0.8090.
So I have 0.8090 divided by, what about sine 114?
0.9136.
0.9136. So yeah, x equals to, that's 200 times 0.08090, 161.8 over 0.9136. So what's the final value in meters?
177.1 meters.
You said
77.1 meters.
177.1 meters. So the question says we should correct to the nearest meter. So to the nearest
177
meter,
meters.
exactly, x equals 177 meters. So that's it.
Ah,
The distance between the three. So I guess it's simple, right?
no.
It's not simple.
Uh-uh.
Sorry. So let me know once you're
Okay.
done writing. So are you ready now?
No.
I hope we'll be able to solve this question in 15 minutes. Are you ready now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I need to write the next question.
Yeah. So we're solving this question. Two ships A and B leaves a port P at the same time. A travels on a bearing of 159 degrees and B travels on a bearing of 215 degrees. After some time, A is 9 kilometers from B and the bearing of B from A is 256 degrees. Calculate the distance of B from B. Okay, the question is loaded. We just have to take it one after the other. We are most likely going to start from a point B because the two ships leaves the same port B at the same time. So that will be the starting point in order to describe this problem. So are you ready now?
No.
Okay. If you are just joining this live session, so the question we're about to solve is what you have on the board, and you can write the question down before we begin to solve this. So write the question down before we begin to solve this. So by now, I believe you are done
No,
writing.
no.
Okay. Two ships A and B leaves the port P at the same time. So that means we are starting from a particular point, and we are starting from a port P. Starting from a port P, so okay. So I think we should just um get ready to solve this now. So I don't
Okay,
write
I'm done.
this.
Yeah, I'm
All
done.
right. So we're starting the solution of this now. Two ships A and B leaves a port P at the same time. A travels on a bearing of 159 degrees and B travels on a bearing of 215 degrees. After some time, A is 9 kilometers from P and the bearing of B from A is 256 degrees. So in all of this, we're not told the position of P. So that means we have to assume or start with a point and say, let's assume this is point P, because we were not told where point P is. So we just have to pick a point and let's call this is the point here. This is my point P. So in this bearing, okay, this doesn't look straight. So let me try to make this look straight. My line is not straight. Okay. Yeah, I think this should be straight now. Okay. So I'm calling this is point P. Now, this type of bearing is the three-figure bearing, or you call it the general bearing. You start measuring from the north. Unlike the previous question where we talk about compass bearing. So, two ships A and B leaves the port P at the same time. A travels on the bearing of 159 degrees. So 159 degrees, that means you're starting from the north and you're going in a clockwise direction. 159 degrees, that's more than 90, but it's not up to 180. It's not up to 180. I just want to take this out. All right. So 159 degrees, I'm going to have something like this. So A is somewhere on this line. A is somewhere on this line. Okay, let's get back. And B travels on the bearing of 215 degrees. B travels on the bearing of 215. So you're also starting from the north. This is 90, 180. 215 should be somewhere here. And so I'll just take this. So B is somewhere on this line too. I don't know where in particular B is. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
So this is 215 and the right angle is 159 degrees. Okay, let's continue. After some time, A is 9 kilometers from B. So remember I said that A is somewhere on this first line. This is not done by construction. So we're just going to assume that, okay, let's assume this is 9 kilometers. Let's say this is point A, and that's 9 kilometers. Let's assume that's point A, and that's 9 kilometers. This is point A. So I decided to create the cardinal point at point A also because Every point has its own north, its own east, south, and west. So this is my point A, and this is the north, the east, the south, and the west. We're almost done. After some time, A is 9 kilometers from P, and the bearing of B from A, remember B is somewhere on this line, we don't know where in particular, but this is the bearing of B. All right, so the bearing of B from A is 256 degrees. The bearing of B from A, that means you go to A and you start measuring from A, 256 degrees. To identify B, you start from A, 256. So I'm going to start from here, 90, 180, 256 should be something close to 270. So we're just going to pick a line, straight line. I'm going to have something like this. We need to take this up a little bit. I just need to take this up. So let's join this line now. Good. So this is 256 degrees, the bearing of B from A. Do you understand what I've done?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we are describing B from 2 points. Initially, B was described from point P, which is 215 degrees, and we say somewhere here on that line. Now, B is also being described from point A. So the point at which the two lines meet serves as point B. So what I would do here is to just continue this line. What I'll do is to extend this line, extend this line here, such that these two meet at a point. Good. Extend this line. So the point where the two of them meet is called point B. And so this is, I'm also trying to draw the cardinal points for that line. For that point. Now, this line coming from A would not be, let me try to make this easy now. This is point B. The line coming from A will not be horizontal to this east. We have to be careful there. The line coming from A will not be horizontal, or it won't be eastward to A. So you will still have that space in between here. So this point of intersection is point B. Let's label this. This is 256 degrees, I guess. 256 degrees. 256 degrees. So let me see if I can make these a bit. All right. Just wanted to reduce the size. I think this is now too small. Okay. So do you understand this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's now the question? The question is calculate the distance of B from P. The distance of B from P. So this is point P and this is point B. We're looking for this distance, and that is opposite to angle A. So let's call that distance small a. Let's the distance be A in kilometers. So let's see, what are the angles we have that we can find? From what I have here, or from what I could see here is, now let's pay attention to this angle. Look at this angle very, very well. Now, this green here is 159 degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I extend it up to this point, I would have 180 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So, taking it back, I have 159. So, to find this small angle here would be what?
180 minus 159.
159. That's one way. Now, another way to do it will be, this one will be faster. From here to this point is 215. Why from here to here is 159. So the difference here will be 215 minus 159. And what is that difference?
Hmm?
215 minus 159. Do you understand what I said? 215 minus 159?
No.
Okay. So this is what I said. Look at this angle here. From here up to this point is 215, right? Right? That's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now look at this one here. From here to here is 159. Right? That's 159 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now the difference in between, if from here to here is 215, and then what you have inside it, the small one is 159, then what will be the difference?
56.
56 degrees. So this is 56 degrees. Let's keep thinking. What else do we have? Now let's come to this place here. This is 56 degrees. Just look up here. All that we have from here to this point is 256. And if you go by all that you have here from here to this point, I suppose should be 270, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now this small angle here would be 270 minus 256. And what would that be?
Why can't you just do 360 minus 256 to find the whole
No,
angle?
you can't do 360 because your 360 will be angles at the point from here back to this point. That's 360. Because if you do 360 minus 256, that would also include this angle here, this one here, this angle that you have here, this purple angle here. It will also include it. So I think this should be 14 degrees. We need to find this also so that we just add everything together. Now this angle here, let me use this color. This red angle and this red angle here, I suppose will be alternate to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now the problem now is how do we find this angle here? This red angle.
180 minus 159.
Good. 180 minus 159. No, it should be 180
No,
minus.
minus 21.
No, hold on, hold on, hold on. I think it should be 159 minus 90. Am I correct? 159 minus 90.
Yeah,
Okay, and that's what?
69.
Okay, so this is 69. That means this also to be 69. So all that we have here is what?
83.
83. That means we can find this sum of angles in a triangle.
Mr. Me, where did we find that angle?
Which one?
Oh, never mind, never mind.
Okay. So that's 41. So everybody will know that my name is Mr. Emi now. Abby,
Mm-hmm.
well done. All right, so this is 41 degrees. Now we can now begin to find the distance between P and A. So you can see all the things we have to go through just to be able to find the distance. So to find the distance, I want to go with this
How are we
side,
finding a distance?
because that's what we have to find. Calculate the distance between the distance of B from P.
Mm. Inside me, that angle is not 55. It's not 41, it's 55.
You did some of angles in
Sorry.
that.
Sorry, my mistake.
Okay. So now this is going to be sine 83 over A
Mm-hmm.
equals to sine 41 over 9 kilometers. So you can cross multiply this. We have sine 41 equals to 9 times sine 83. So A will be equals to 9 sine 83 divided by sine 41. So A is 9 times sine 83. What's sine 83?
0.9926.
0.992. Is it 26 or 25?
Approximate.
Should be
Round up.
two. It should still be 25. Why
No.
sine 41? Uh,
No. No.
sine 83. That's
That,
0.9924.
that's
2546.
2546. Exactly. So 6 to 4 is 5. 5 to 5 is 6.
That's wrong. You only
How is
approximate.
that?
You approximate once in one at one instant.
So one
Yeah.
of the questions we did earlier is wrong.
That means you approximated twice.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I was not the one that taught you that. You only approximate once, you don't approximate twice. 0.6561. So this is 9. 9 times 0.9925 and then divided by 0.6561. Please confirm the answer. I have 13.61 kilometers. Confirm that that answer is correct. So with this, we've been able to find the distance of B from P. I hope this was helpful to you. If you're just joining this live session, please click on the subscribe button, like, and share for more videos like this.
Yeah, so the answer is
Confirm
correct.
this answer. Is it correct?
Yes.
All right, that's good.